Hello, Collective. Thank you for stopping in to J Jaguar Turo. I'm going to go ahead and get a quick read out here for you today. I hope all of you are doing well. Let's go ahead and get started. We'll start with the tarot first, as usual. All right, we'll use this one today. Can I get a couple cards for the collective's energy? Knight of Cups energy. Strength reverse. And the Page of Pentacles upright. Ace of Wands reverse. In the situation surrounding you, Two of Pentacles reverse. Eight of Swords reverse. Three of Cups upright. $88 could be significant. 1, 2, 3 could be significant. Something is progressing. Queen of Wands reverse. Wheel of Fortune upright. So I get that you're also keeping something to yourself as well. Some type of celebration you're having possibly. Something about you having self-respect. And then we have the Empress reverse. Interesting. At the bottom of the deck, we have a Five of Pentacles reverse. So recovery from some type of financial situation. Maybe you lost some type of finances in the past and now it's all being straightened out, balanced out. Something is improving in the financial department here for you, collective, and it's some type of hard work you've been putting in is coming to like a completion here. 1010 could be significant. The 1010 portal just passed as well. Someone could be, giving you more responsibility at your career or job and therefore, paying you more or something like that. I feel like you've had to face a lot of internal issues when it comes to some type of confusing emotions. I wonder what that's about. Anyway, in your energy, collective, we got the Knight of Cups and the Strength. I feel like this is like inner strength. Something about you being very charming, very, very creative. And you're manifesting your heart's desire is what I'm getting here. Yep, that's what it looks like. Having the inner strength to manifest your heart's desire. And I do feel like there is something here about overcoming some type of insecurity issue, as well as like working on becoming more stable, especially financially and in your energy as well. I feel like there was something here that you may have been struggling with for a little while. I don't feel like it's that long. It seems like just maybe a few months, maybe 5 months, something like that. Not a very long time, but it was a struggle for you to overcome. Something could have caused a delay as well in the situation surrounding you. I feel like someone may have overcommitted to some type of passionate situation that did not work out with the Ace of Wands reverse. Instead, it's causing some type of delay. An Empress reverse could be involved in this situation. It could be somebody's karma, is what I'm getting. I feel like you had a lot of respect for yourself. You weren't willing to compromise your standards or morals in order to please possibly others. Could be friends, it could be a community of some type. It's like you're very confident in your decision. I feel like you were being your own worst critic for a moment, collective. I really do get that energy out here. Maybe this is a topic that may be coming up for you a lot. Maybe not in just this read, but maybe other people's reads as well. But I do truly feel like it is something that you are overcoming. It's a turning point for you. Something could have had to do with like you maybe being too far in your toxic feminine energy, whether you're a man or a woman, but just like, you know, doubting yourself, doubting your creativity, maybe not nurturing yourself as much as you should be nurturing yourself, feeling a little overwhelmed because you're pushing yourself to pretty much like a burnout type of situation. And you're learning to just kind of like step back from that everything's going to be okay if you just kind of take a step back. 24 could be significant for some reason. I just saw that twice. What else? Let me see what else comes out. We're going to go ahead and grab this one. Can I get a card for the collective's energy? Just one card. What else do we need to know? Oh yeah, let me read out the signs. We have Libra, Scorpio, Leo, and Earth energy. A lot of Earth energy. Cancer, Gemini, Pisces, Aries, and Taurus. Number 34, spirit messages. Observe limitations. Was I just not saying that? I can't make these things up. The energy, I can feel it out here. You're observing that you have limits, that there are limitations to certain things that you can do with the amount of energy that you have. You just can't go out there and blow it all at once on whatever it is. Things take time to overcome, things take time to build, things take time to process. And it's all individual, right? Everyone works at certain different speeds or in a different way than another person does when it comes to processing things. Even when it comes to the divine feminine and the divine masculine, each one of those energies has a certain way of processing the things that come before them. I feel like you're getting a lot of help from your spirit team as well, to just be patient with yourself. And I'm also getting this energy of kind of like, instead of doing something to check a box somewhere, I get that there's discipline in some things, but are you really happy with what it is that you're doing, right? 9/11 could be significant. I just saw that on the clock. I saw that. Yeah, 9/11 could be significant. I don't know if that's November 9th or September 11, but 911 could also mean like law. Can I get one card for the energy surrounding the collective? Sacred divinity. There are two paths ahead, so there's some type of decision here, but I feel like it comes after you have to, you know, reprioritize or reorganize something that took a lot out of you. Could even just be like the way you think about yourself. Could have needed some attention or some correcting in this situation. Somebody could be 31 years old, 30 years old, 34 years old. 31 could be significant. Let's see, what was this? Yeah, it seems like something that was making you cry. It almost kind of feels like you wish you would have taken the time to see how beautiful something was, is the type of energy I'm getting. And something could possibly be blowing your mind right now. I feel like you feel like you always have to be doing something, even when you're on the verge of burnout. But it really does not have to be that way, collective. I feel like part of this is what's making you and the situation feel overwhelmed, weighed down. You know, it's kind of like one of those things where you have an addiction issue. You know, I'm just using this as an example. You have an addiction issue and you just go replace that issue with another addiction of some sort, whatever it may be, to try to stay away from the original addiction that you had. It's not necessarily solving a problem. It's just finding a replacement for an already pre-existing issue. And it's not a resolution. It's not an answer. It's just a band-aid of some sort. Can I get another card for the bottom row? So like, what is the root of the issue, you know, is what I feel needs to be looked at. What motivates you? Why do you do the things that you do when you do them? 2 cards wanted to come out. I'm going to take this one because this one came out twice. 32 could definitely be significant. 32, 32, 333. Somebody's birthday could be on the 13th of the month. I feel like you've been praying, crying, and praying. Yeah, because someone's crying in this card. Like they're holding their tears and they're looking at these tears and it's like a pool of tears. I kind of get tears of joy and tears of sadness from this. Like you think about things that make you feel loved and happy, and you tend to cry over those things because they're just so beautiful, the beauty in it. And then you have these other tears in 8 of Swords energies where it's like tearing yourself down, tearing yourself apart, feeling like you'll never reach a certain point in your life, but you're starting to turn those around and have some type of radical self-acceptance and some type of new perspective. So it's like these tears are needed, collective. They definitely are. These thoughts that you're having, it's like a release here for you. And I feel like sometimes it's just it's a good cry and a bad cry, but either way it goes, it's a release of some sort. You're seeing something, possibly some things. It could be multiple things that you're seeing and evaluating now that you didn't quite see before. Maybe even situations where the past has affected the present. and how sometimes even the present is reflecting some part of the past to you. Yeah, I get like some type of really deep activation within you, collective. 24 could definitely be significant. Something about you picking up the codes possibly to travel, or you're doing some type of internal spiritual traveling. So meditation in a sense. Maybe you felt like you lost the zest for life or something. Maybe you felt like you lost your creativity, or you lost something, and now you're realizing that you never really lost it. It's been there the whole time, maybe just suppressed or ignored or overlooked is kind of the energy I'm getting. Like I say, it is a turning point. I feel like a lot of up and down in this read. Ups and downs, especially emotionally. Maybe there are some days, you know, you're just so happy you don't even know why. And that's a good thing, right? And I feel like it's due to all of the stomping through the storm and weathering the storm and not being afraid of it. It's really what I'm getting out here. 1331 could be significant. What's next? Let's see. Haven't used these ones in a couple reads. Let's go ahead and pull them out. At the bottom of the deck, it says, stop repeating the same things. So you're not repeating the same things anymore. You're not repeating the same coping mechanisms. This is something I got. Like, once you know you're not okay, you're going to evaluate that now instead of sweeping it under the rug, like facing it head on. All right, let me see what else is next. Sorry, my stomach growled. Too many cards. I just need one for the collective's energy. Can I get one, please? Smile. Smile more. Even more. What was I saying? Like, some days you just wake up and you're happier than you were the day before. And I feel like there is something like that. And I feel like even Spirit is making that very clear in this situation. Like, some type of inner strength is starting to shine outward. And there's a lot of raw emotion underneath the surface that is being dealt with right now. It may look like there's nothing going on, right, with you, but deep down it goes deep. Still waters, they run deep. And I feel like this is something like that. Like, you're doing a lot of processing internally. And the work, the manifestation you're putting into this, it's a skill you're learning for yourself that you can carry with you wherever you go, whatever you're dealing with. This skill you're developing right now to handle very difficult, tough, raw emotions and sitting there with them and being with them and struggle. Just sit for a moment and struggle just a little bit, right? Don't sweep it under the rug. Sit there with it for a moment. Yep, I really do feel like this is something you are developing that is going to be very useful for you in the future. You're going to be all the better for it. Can I get a card for the situation surrounding the collective? Relieve the pressure. You know what's crazy is I feel like you may feel like you're being delayed, or you may feel like something is too slow or not going anywhere. I feel like the universe is kind of making it that way, because the universe wants you to sit for a moment and chill with yourself, right? Sit and chill with yourself. Because I get like an energy here where you're always up and going and around. And I know it's easier said than done, but like, I'm not talking like forget about your job and your family and your kids or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about taking 20 minutes, possibly 20, 30 could be significant to someone. But sitting for 20 minutes, right? A day. Even when it hits you, right? Even when that raw emotion hits you, sitting there for 20 minutes in it. Don't do a dang thing. Just sit there with it. Don't even rush to find a solution yet. Don't do that. Just sit there with it. Just let it come and go. And then go tell yourself after that 20 minutes, I love you like 10 times. Something positive to counteract that negative emotion or something like that. But just sit in it for a moment. Sometimes all you need to do is just sit with it for a moment and just let it pass. The reason why it's coming up now is because you didn't take the time to sit with it when it happened, you know? And now it keeps coming back up to the surface, keeps coming back up to the surface, and you just keep trying to push it down, ignore it until it just boils overboard. And, you know, you find yourself shattered. You don't want to do that. Because relieve the pressure off of this card, I'm kind of getting like, you keep sweeping it under, and not dealing with things when they arise. You're going to explode at some point. You're going to burn out. It's going to be too much to handle. It is going to be overwhelming if you keep dealing with things like that in this way, in an unhealthy way. All right. Cool, relax. Everything is fine. Yeah, I definitely could see the Hangman in that card. Someone could be a Pisces. And what I get off of that is just, you know, don't let yourself get too caught up in your insecurities. It's easier said than done, but sometimes all it takes is just a moment to relax. Yeah. Something very heavy in this read about pretending like it's okay some days when it's really, really not. And you really do have the right to take a moment for yourself. Man, I don't even know. It's just so clear in this read. It says, stop doing so much. Just chill for a moment. I don't know if you're like a workaholic or something, collective, or you're just pushing yourself to the max. There's like a whole planner and schedule on here. There's like a phone. There's like a freaking paint desk and all these receipts and papers and documents and some type of weight training device. It's like all too much. Like, it's like you're trying to avoid something. You could be a doctor or something that has to do with the medical field. You could be flying on a plane soon or traveling soon somewhere. You could need to clean your home or clean something out. Maybe something you like doing is like cleaning your space. It makes you feel more comfortable in it or relaxed in it. You could need to spend more time in nature. I feel like I got this energy a while back, but someone needed a hug. Someone needed a hug. Someone needed some love. Go get you a hug, collective. Go get you a hug. Ask your partner for a hug. Ask your mother for a hug. Ask your father for a hug. Ask your kid for a hug. A hug is medicine. It's okay to ask for love. It's okay to need love. Can I get one more card for the bottom row? Just one more. I feel like that every time something like this arises, I'm always a child. So you could have been dealing with someone who is very immature. It could have been a feminine energy. Maybe a family member. Maybe this person really liked to get under your skin or something, or just act very immature around you. But it's a turning point for this situation. This person could have a lot to do with your stress levels as well, or these emotional challenges that you're trying to resolve. It could be like childhood wounding type stuff from a very, Empress reverse type mother or something like that. You're realizing this is where it comes from. Some type of emotional issue you're trying to resolve or deal with. I kind of get like anger too, like anger issues. Only take what resonates. It's not going to be the same for everyone. This is a general read. You could have felt like you were tippy-toeing around someone all the time. This person could be very unpredictable and very sneaky and sly, and this is something you had to grow up with in your home, and now it's causing like situations with you as an adult is what I'm getting here, and you're realizing that. You may realize you had to stand up for yourself. That's the only way it was going to stop. But there is something here about like long-term damage, especially emotional damage. I do definitely see that and get that here in this read, collective, and I'm so sorry. Not every battle is going to be an easy one to win, especially when it's internal. I feel like you could want to run away from this person, or this situation has made you insecure in some parts of your life where you literally push people away, or you're running away from people because you're afraid that you'll run into someone like whoever you were dealing with in your childhood home. Something could have really brought you poverty as well, like someone just kept taking and taking from you. Anything that was yours is theirs, and you could have felt trapped. You could have felt like this one person you're supposed to be trusting as a child is, not nurturing in the least. It's like, I don't know, it makes you feel sick, collective, is what I'm getting here. It makes you feel trapped. It makes you feel like there's no way out. And sometimes you need help too. Look at that. See how the bird is nurturing the baby? I feel like this is something that you've always needed, but you never got. And this is where some type of issue is stemming from. Some type of parenting issue, possibly. Something you didn't receive as a child, or you had to grow up very fast because the parents in the home, or whoever the parent is, was irresponsible and immature and something like that. Someone could always try to be up in your face. Someone could always be trying to start a fight. Ugh. This energy is starting to be draining. Someone always wants to play games or thinks it's a game, even when someone's crying, even when someone can't handle it anymore. This person is still sitting there laughing, crying, or while you're crying. You know what I mean? It just seems like this person is miserable. So if they're going to be miserable, they might as well make you miserable too, is really the energy I'm getting here. And it hurts. I can tell it hurts you, collective. I can tell it hurts you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, collective. That's some tough energy to deal with. This could even have issues with just how you view yourself. I really feel like your confidence has taken a hit. You realize that you need some help, is really what I'm getting. Go get you some help, collective. If you feel like you need some help, go get you some help. The first step, all it takes is one step. The first step is the hardest. You really feel like you need some help, go get some help. Counseling, some medical help. Maybe you need to get a membership to a gym or something, or change up your diet, focus on journaling and figuring things out. Now is time to put you first. You know what I mean? Put you first. Do what you need to do for you, because nobody else is going to do it for you. Okay? What else do we need to know about this read? Can I get another card for the collective's energy? What else does the collective need to know? Duty, burden. I knew I was getting that energy. It's like some type of responsibility that you have. This isn't a situation that you can just like up and leave, is the kind of energy that I'm getting. Because you feel responsible. It's your duty to do something, or that's how you feel, or that's how someone makes you feel. Guilty, guilt tripping is also something I'm getting out here. Like you feel like something is never going to go away until the day you die. That's how this energy is coming across, is like you feel like there is no escape. You will have to deal with this until the day you perish from this realm, and you feel like that is a big problem. You're grieving over it. You feel like it's a burden. Wow. Collective, I feel like you are doing everything that you can do here. You wish something would just be over, and I feel like it's some type of internal emotional struggle that you're dealing with. It's like you want to just bury it or cover it up or make it go away, but it's not that simple. And I feel like you're realizing that and you're doing the best you can to come up with the solution, which is a lot more than most people would do, you know? Most people would just turn a blind eye and turn to drugs and turn to addictions and turn away from healing. And I feel like you're really trying to find a solution. You know, with that cross card too, I'm also getting that there could have been someone here who really, really understood you, someone that you could talk to, someone who most likely is not around anymore, and it's made it harder for you to walk in this realm because one of the people you trusted in the most is no longer here, but you know, they are with you wherever you go is what I'm getting here. They may not be here physically, but in the spirit, I truly feel like they are here. And I feel like those happy moments you have when you wake up or just random times of the day when you feel giddy and happy and you're smiling, I feel like that's them. That's them. They're there with you. Even when you're crying, sometimes our passed on loved ones are with us in our most trying times. And I really do get that in this read too. All right, let's see what's next. Can I get another card for the situation surrounding the collective? Someone could have a real bad temper, the person you're dealing with, or you're starting to realize that somebody's bad temper rubs off on you, or you're starting to realize where it came from. God, I can relate to that with my own parents, that's for sure. For sure. Number 27, letter, document, message, news, writing, communication. So when someone communicates with you, they're always angry is what I'm getting with that. So it's like when someone's miserable and having a bad day, the first thing they go and do is call you and take it out on you. And then make it your problem, stress you out, and then piss you off, and then they feel accomplished. You know, that's actually some type of manipulation and magic. I don't know if you know that, but it is. Someone is making you take on their energy while they, you know, bring you down with them, put that energy on you, and then later they feel better while you're stressed out in the same energy that they called you in, or, you know, I'm telling you, that's a type of magic. Dumping their problems on you and then refusing to go get help. Guilt tripping, blackmailing. All right, let's see. Gossip and small problem. Man, there's a lot of problems out here, small ones and big ones. And I feel like they're all coming to the surface. I feel like the divine wants it this way because there's something I feel like that could be heading to you that you have to be able to, you know, process the things happening to you in a very healthy way. And I feel like some type of skill involving that is being developed right now for you, for the future for you, collective. 1, 2, 3. You know what's crazy is I've been seeing those combinations of numbers everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. I feel like some type of huge progression. It almost feels like the final countdown. You know, I've been hearing that freaking song in my head too. That may resonate for some of you guys, but look at this. 1, 2, 3 on the cards. And it doesn't have to be like in a row like that. I've been seeing 1, 2, 3, just like those numbers, whether it's, you know, 2, 3, 4, 1 or 4, 1, 2, 3. But I've been seeing those, right? That could resonate for you guys. But there's gossip here about someone possibly changing something up. You could be trying to Communicate the best you can with this person and set boundaries and have distance there. This person has caused a lot of anxiety for you too. This person could talk about you very badly behind your back. Man, I don't know what this is. Something could have to do with somebody's vehicle, some type of gossip about a vehicle, or some type of movement. You may have moved somewhere, and this person is like gossiping about you, moving away or something like that. There is something very deeply here under the surface changing with you, collective. Oh, collective, I just saw here and got here too that whoever passed away, right? Family member, friend, someone who was close to you. You think about the talks that you've had with this person and they bring you tears sometimes. Well, it's also confirmation for me as well that when you are smiling and those things and you're happy and you have like a sense of excitement, that is that person there with you. These are the spirit messages from that person, is for you to feel joy, for you to feel happiness, for you to feel like you want to smile. Someone wasn't expecting you to start changing or seeing something from a different perspective either, or for you to move away is what I'm getting. Ten, 10, 10. 1, 1, 1. All right. We have the friendship card coming out reverse. So there's no loyalty with this immature individual. It doesn't have to be a parent, but I feel like there is something here with a parent issue, like something that may have been passed down that was like a toxic trait or something like that, or you're realizing where some of your toxic traits come from, and it has to do with a way you were raised in some form. And it does have to do with the feminine side of a situation. So the nurturing and caring and compassionate person in the household basically did not do that. I feel like it seems like they kind of actually traumatized you in a sense. And you had to grow up quickly because of this. You're realizing that even blood isn't always loyal. Blood isn't always your ally or trustworthy with that dog card reverse. This person is upset that you will not obey them. That's what they want, is control. They don't want your love. They want your attention. They want to control your feelings, your emotions, and it looks like your life. Maybe this is why you wanted to move away from this person. Another 10 on that card. 10, 10. Something's over. You're like done enabling this person. You're done enabling a certain way you deal with something as well, because you realize it's unhealthy. I feel like communication is something big here as well. Maybe you had to work on how you communicate with others. And I feel like this, you putting in the work to do this, is really gonna, it's really gonna turn things around for you. If you're still involved with this person somehow, I feel like setting those firm boundaries and making it known where you stand could give you a little bit of peace of mind, right? I feel like finding a safe space, a safe place to just be is also important in a situation like this. especially if you're still dealing with this type of person in your life. Yeah, you could be definitely getting educated, reading some books. Man, another 10. Something is over. There's so many 10s out here. I think it's like, what, like 5 or 6 10s now? Something is way beyond over. And it could be even like something you were struggling with for the longest time. Maybe 10 years, maybe longer than 10 years. But you're gaining knowledge on it, you're doing research on it, you're finding ways to deal with it. You're protected, collective. I just saw that. You're protected spiritually and physically. Let's see what's next. I'm going to grab one of these. Choose wisely. Decisions shape your path amid challenges. Stay open to learning as answers reveal your destined journey. So you could have felt lost for a moment. You could have felt lost your whole life. You could have felt like you were running from something and getting nowhere. I kind of even get like situations here where you're just kind of looking up and asking the divine, like, why does it have to be this way? Or why did my life have to be this way? Yeah, I really feel that. There could have been a situation too with the gossip and anxiety, restlessness, people who have done things to you in your past or who are currently doing things to you at the current time, who also feel like they're stuck in some type of repeating loop or situation because of something they put you through is also something else I'm getting out here. What they saw as a small problem at one point is turning into a huge issue. And these could have been like people who were enabling some type of toxic person or toxic situation. But somebody is not your friend. They're not your friend. They're not your ally. They're not loyal to you. And you should definitely not be trusting this person. The moment that you can do that, sit with that, even if it is your family member, that's when your luck will turn around. Maybe that is the lesson you need to learn in this lifetime. Free to move. Right on top of the move card, man. I love it when the cards do that. Free to move. Embrace your liberty to explore new paths. The world is wide open for your journey. You're going on some type of journey. This could be internally, a journey of the mind, a journey of the emotions, or you really just got the hell out of there, right? You got the hell out of the situation with whoever you were living with at some point. I really get family, or some type of friend who really wasn't a friend. You may have lived with this person for some time. They're very emotionally immature, acting like a child, wanted people to take care of them and cater to their bullshit. Okay? And it's time to move away. This person is an agent of chaos and definitely should not be trusted. All right, collective, that was the read. If you enjoyed it, give a thumbs up, like, comment, subscribe, share if you feel guided to, and I will catch you on the next one. Take care. Bye.